Okay, so I'll just finish off the animation of this claw contraption opening. You'll have to excuse me, I think I might be losing my voice. That's just how committed I am to these videos. Okay. Again, it seems that if we're moving the viewport and we just happen to glance at this widget, it seems to rotate out of its starting position. So I'm just going to go to this second keyframe, and I'm going to rotate down on Y, on the Y-axis, and just sort of down to a fairly sort of fairly close to the floor. That's looking pretty good. Sure. Okay. So now I'll just frame this up. And we do want this sort of nice curve so that it starts off slow, accelerates, and then slows down when it comes into position. So we'll just loop this selection. You can see that it's opening up like that. Okay. And so with that worked out, what I want is to apply that animation to all of these other claws. And again, have to be very careful where the mouse is when we do this. In fact, I'm just going to switch back to movement because that seems to be less of a bother. I'm also going to switch over to world again. So now, if I just select all of these interp actors here, and in order to plug all these into the Matinee, it's a very simple process. We just come into the Matinee, and we're probably going to need quite a bit of room here. Just going to put in new object vars using interp actor _13 ... which is all of the ones I have selected. I'm just going to do that. So now I can just line this up with the other one. And if I open up Matinee, close out Kismet, and loop now, we can see that the whole thing is opening up. And so basically our dead spider is really curling up and dying. And so yeah, I'm happy with that. And now we need to be able to tell the tell this claw when to open. And so I am going to just deselect those interp actors. I'm going to right click on the floor here and add an actor. I'm going to add a trigger. And I will center this up pretty much bang on the middle of this claw. Now this doesn't snap to the grid, so you have to line it up fairly close. I mean, we can switch on snapping to the grid, but we don't have to be that precise with these. And now I'm going to open up this trigger's properties, and I am going to come down to the collision radius. I'm going to set this to something like, let's try 512. Yep, that should be fine. And so now, with that trigger selected, I'm going to come back into Kismet, and I'm going to create a new event using trigger 1 touch. And as soon as it is touched, I want to play this animation. and it has a max trigger count of 1, and this time I didn't forget, basically because I don't have to change it, and so we will only be playing through this movie once. So now let's whoop, I don't know why I pressed that button there. I'll cancel that. I'll play in editor and let's see how it looks. Okay, so there's our claw, and if we come up to it we can see that the claw opens. Now we are getting to the claw a bit fast, so we might have to speed up that animation so it opens up a bit quicker. And also our collisions aren't great, so what I might do is actually put a collision volume around this this item here. And so the way I will construct the collision volume is I'll try a cylinder. And so with the cylinder selected, 8 sides should be fine. I'll just look around and see where that cylinder is, and it's actually positioned itself over where the trigger would be. So I'm just going to deselect the trigger and try to select the brush. There we go. Okay, so the outer radius, I'm just going to set that to 128, and let's see, I'll set the Z to try 64. I'm just going to switch on the brush polygons just so I can see what I'm playing with here. So if I bring this down so it's level with the floor, I'm going to need that Z height to just sort of be coming up to this sort of platform here. So I might change this to 32, and might still be a little bit high, so I'll bring that down to 32 minus 8, 24 minus 8. Yep, that should be fine. Now this radius is quite wide, so 64, and yeah, it would probably be best if I could see what it's going to look like with the animation done. So I'm just going to come in and have a look at it at this this point. So yeah, that's it's actually not too bad for diameter. I could stand to go a little bit bigger though. So let's see, just bring this back up, and outer radius 64 plus 16, and that will do, I think. So well, that will do for the radius at any rate. And now it's just a question of with the Z, I'm just going to take that back to that 24 and lower this down. And what I might do is just line it up with the top here, and I will use the I'll use geometry mode to change this this shape to something closer to what it needs to be. And the first thing I'll do is I'll come under here, grab this, and just bring this down to the floor. Okay, and I'll complete this in the next video.